I still, to this day, battle with going back. So
What makes you want to go back?
I just, I like my baby. I'm still dealing with his eating disorder, I guess you should call it. And it's times where like I didn't pray. I done took him to the churches, got him prayed over, blessed my house. I done boohoo, ugly cried, prayed in that house. I done got my oils out. I've been on my knees. I done touched my baby praying, and I'm just like, why it ain't working? Why he not eating? What else I gotta do? I done did everything. I done been a witch. I done prayed to God. Like, what do I need to do? I done took him to the doctor. What do I need to do? So it's still like, I guess you could say maybe resentment towards God. That'll make me be like, man, I'm going back over here. Because I can say, like, when I was doing my spells and stuff, not just towards my kid, but I was doing money spells like every Friday to get some money. And I can honestly say it was working. Like, it
Yeah.
was working. So it's times where I battle with, like, going back because I feel like I saw results in certain areas over there. And then it's like, with this one particular thing, God, this is all I want you to do. And it's not happening. So I'll be like,
It does get frustrating when you pray for something and nothing works. But I don't feel like going back to witchcraft is a good idea because attaching that kind of thing to your child's health is very dangerous, because you never know what might happen. It might not be now, but what if this, whatever, you used goes back to you and your child?
and in my video, I also mentioned you do like we did so much in spirituality. I had an altar. You have to maintain your altar a certain type of way. It's so much that you have to do. And I feel like a lot of people run from Christianity because they feel like it's so much that you have to, I guess, abide by, live by. And I mentioned in the video, like, what's the difference? You got to keep your altar up a certain way. You have
Please
to.
explain that because I'm intrigued. Okay, I want.
So with altars, you have to have like certain color cloths. Well, it depends on what type of altar you have. Like for me personally, I had a table. Funny story too. It's fun to get off subject, but that same apartment that I lived in, I was working at a doctor's office not long ago, and the maintenance man came in, and he was like, "I know you," and I was like, "I know you," and I was like, "You were the maintenance man." We were talking. He was like, "Harry Potter. You was Harry Potter. You was that girl to do all that witchcraft and voodoo," and I was like, "Oh my god." I was like, I do not want to be known like that. I was like, I promise you I don't do that no more. But anyway, so yeah, I had an altar in my house.
The fact that that man called you
He
Harry
called
Potter
me
is
Harry
it
Potter,
just
and I
tickles
could
my
not.
soul.
Girl, I was killing myself. But yeah, I was like, yeah, I guess you're right. I was Harry Potter, but I had an altar in my home. It was a table, and I had a white tablecloth over it. You have to keep 5 elements on it. Um, so you had to have some type of life source, which is your plant. So I had a plant. I had a cross on my altar. I had a Bible on my altar, which remind me to come back to that too. But I had a Bible on my altar. I had pictures of my ancestors, like my grandma, grandpa, on my altar. You have to burn a white candle. You have to keep your altar clean. So, like, if you're burning, let's say you're burning incense on your altar, if the ashes get on your altar, you cannot leave that there. You cannot leave, like, if you do like this and then it leaves a little black smudge, you can't leave that. You have to take everything off, clean it. You just have to really keep it tidy. You have to keep glasses filled with water every day. You have to change the water every day. You have to feed your ancestors, meaning you have to cook for them. The same way you cook for your family, you got to cook for them. You have to put them plates on the altar. Don't put no paper plates on the altar. You have to use real dishes. Um, don't leave the food up there for, more than like 2 days. It's so much that you have to do. And it's just like, baby, you doing all that, you might as well just go to church and every Sunday make that your routine, go to church, go to Bible study and live that way because you doing all that. What's the difference?
I understand what she's saying, but I don't know why she wants to go back, because the more she talks, the more reasons she's giving to not go back. Or maybe it's one of those things people say at the in the heat of the moment. But I, I I don't know. Maybe even this was the cause for her son's ailment. Because I'm going to assume the son grew up in that kind of environment. Even uh, if she did these things when he wasn't around, the energy was still there.
My mind is like that, right? Like, there's so many elements I want to pull out. But first, this cross in this Bible that you kept on the altar. Why?
For me, the path that I chose was hoodoo.
Okay.
And then I kind of started leaning towards voodoo. But I started out initially in hoodoo. In hoodoo, we actually use the Bible to do your work. The history behind hoodoo is the slaves. That's what they did. That's where root work comes from. You're using like herbs and stuff that God put on the earth to basically, work those roots. And the Bible, we use the book of Psalms, the whole entire book of Psalms.
I've heard people call it the book of spells.
Yeah, it's kind of like our Bible. I don't want to say our because I'm not in that lifestyle no more, but their Bible, it's called the book of the Power of Psalms is the name of the book. And it literally is just a blue book that has every Psalm's in there, and then it's broken down, and it tells you like if you need a prayer for a court case, read this Psalms and burn this candle and do this and put this at your door, and not like it tells you what to do and how to use the Psalms. So I will use my Bible, of course, for the book of Psalms, but I kept it on there because the ancestors that I was paying homage to were Christians. So I tried to put stuff on my altar that they were familiar with. So all of my ancestors were Christians. There was to my knowledge, there were no witches. Like there was even a time where I got a reading done, and apparently, my grandma is the person that stepped in, and the reader said that she looked in the room and was like, "What is this? I don't do all this." She was like, "Who is this lady with this white hair? She got glasses, and she's saying she don't do all this. What's no?" And I asked my mom about it because I never met my grandma. So I asked my mom about it. She was like, that's my mama. And she was like, she ain't play that either. Like, she don't do that witchcraft stuff. And I was like, yeah, because she said that in that reading. She was like, some lady was like, what is this? Foolishness? Like, no, I'm not finna do none of this. So, but, yeah.
Can you contact somebody who died, or was this just some kind of spirit? Because from what I've learned so far, when you die, you either go to heaven or hell, and there's nothing that can really interfere with that, besides God. So I don't think ghosts are a thing. They're just like demons. At least that's what I've heard from where I'm from. So I want to understand how something like this could be possible, because I really doubt she actually saw her grandmother.
So I don't know if y'all can see it, but she did air quotes when she said grandma. Why you do air quotes?
I did air quotes.
You said my grandma.
Did I? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, she's my grandma.
You do, so you think it was actually your grandma?
Oh, okay, yeah. You gotta excuse me, my brain.
No, you're fine.
But yeah, I say quotes. Thank you, quotes, because when you get those readings, you feel like the readings are so on point, and you be like, yeah, she knows she's talking about. That's a good reader. You get those readings, and you think that because those readers are tapping into monitoring spirits, familiar spirits. The devil uses those same people. Like, of course they know your favorite color is red because they're familiar spirits. They know you. They're monitoring you. Like, they know your information. They're supposed to. So when I said this, she was saying it was my grandma, but My grandma. That was somebody pretending to be my grandma, because that's what a lot of monitoring spirits do. Familiar spirits, they pretend to be one of your loved ones to make you feel comfortable and
Absolutely.
trick you into, oh, okay, yeah, my grandma came up in a reading, so it's cool. Like, that wasn't that wasn't my grandma. But I mean, in this case, I don't know, but no, it wasn't my grandma. So that's why I did that.
So, because my dad's a pastor. For those that don't know.
I met him.
Yeah,
I
did you?
actually had a one-on-one. He actually made me do a lot of thinking after. This was maybe a month or two ago.
Yeah.
And he made me really sit down and think about, why did I step into that reality? And he was like, was it power? And I never thought about it like that. And when I told him no, because I was like, no, it wasn't no power trip. But when I went home and thought about it, I was like, Pastor Greg was right. I think this was a power trip, because the stuff that I was doing, like, I wasn't out here throwing witchcraft on folks, or, I wasn't that type of witch, but I'm doing money spells. That's power. That's me trying to control things. Like, and I was like, you know what? He was right.
I think it's also like in you trying to protect your family, trying to protect your children. It's like, well, let me get control.
Yeah.
And I definitely think that that's an aspect of it. He says, just like the Bible says that there are angels, like you have an angel that walks with you wherever you go, there's also a demon assigned to you. And so when people conjure those familiar spirits of like grandparents, aunts, uncles, whoever, it's their familiar spirit. It was their demon that walked with them. So they know everything about them.
Right, right.
They can't say exactly how they would have said what they would have said to you to make you comfortable,
Right.
because they know them better than you do. Crazy.
I'm not going to put the whole thing here, but I'll leave the link in the description so you can go check out the whole video in your free time. But what I really want to know is how, she became a witch in the first place. But I'm also going to, watch the whole video by myself, and find out. And yeah, that's why she feels like she needs to go back to witchcraft to save her child. But of course, like I've said in every other video, take everything you hear on the internet with a grain of salt. You never know. People lie a lot. People lie because of a lot of different things. So you need to be very careful. But anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.